Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from asortofinterestinglife.com. You're joining me out here on the canal in the kayak today. Tilly the narrowboat is just down that direction, so without further ado, let's start paddling, let's stick a camera to me head and see some of the scenery. And what a beautiful day it is, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, this video's already going off track, let's go kayaking. Now that I've actually edited this video and put these clips together, sitting here to do the voiceover, I can say that this is probably one of my favourite canal videos that I've ever put together, as it's literally just shot after shot after shot of this absolutely perfect, sort of the ultra stereotypical view of what the canal is all about. You've got humpback bridges, you've got perfect sunshine, and you've got all of the rolling farmland that, as you can see, literally just spills straight down into the canal at the side here. You've got a lot of these random trees dotted around, as well as the main trees there on the railway embankment, or the old railway embankment, which we'll have a look at in just a moment. Again, I just love all of these little humpback bridges about everywhere. Last year, I think it was, this bridge in particular was under maintenance, and you can see all of the new beams of wood there. And it's one of those things that I just love, to actually look and see the spectacle that just in the middle of nowhere, a field that's only used by a couple of farm vehicles and literally a load of sheep, is just having maintenance and work done. It's still an actual sort of working, living feature of the canal, and to see it, it's just as beautiful and old-fashioned and stereotypical as you would imagine, but it's actually still in use, unlike this here, one of the old railway bridges. And you can see there's definitely not been any trains going over that very recently. Here as well, I mean, this is a little shot that I absolutely love, definitely showing that spring is well underway, and almost the sort of fluffy little white flowers there are the perfect thing to go in front of the blue sky. It's like the ultimate sort of everything merging into one. Anyway, that was starting to get a little bit weird and philosophical. I did at this point see a pheasant in this field, so I tried to quickly kayak across to the edge here. You can see just how shallow it is at the end there, but unfortunately by the time I'd actually scrambled up onto here, if you see in the next shot, the pheasant had managed to make his way. He's right by the fence there, just in the distance. So that was not my greatest moment of actually getting something on video, but I tried at least. So moving on, this is, as I say, just everything that the sort of canal is stereotypical and known for, especially when you're under a sky like this and with the sun and the tiny bit of breeze that there was behind you, so that it made it even easier to paddle considering we were going upstream. And these are all the sorts of places that I like to say part of the local canal that I always used to go to in the pre-boat days. And somewhere like this, Mad Jack's, the pub that's just on the left with the white picket fence there. All of the places where long before I ever had a boat, I would be out and biking around these areas, and literally biking up and over this actual bridge that I'm going under right now. Again, little could I have ever imagined that once upon a time in years to come, I would be kayaking under that bridge down to my little boat just around the corner. How life works out again, fascinating. Anyway, this video is quite an odd one really, because I wasn't intending it to be longer than about, I don't know, say probably 3 minutes or so. But in the very short distance that we've kayaked, which is literally maybe 10 minutes walking, maybe a few more minutes than that, but not very much at all. But I ended up with 18 minutes of footage from that tiny trip, because just everything was perfect, and there's so many of these little moments and perfectly framed shots of the canal that I was like, oh, we've got to keep that one in, we've got to keep that one in. But as we're back at the boat now, things have finally got to come to an end, so I will wrap things up and say thanks for watching. Feel free to check out my other videos for loads more boaty stuff and all sorts of things from the great outdoors. Subscribe, like the Facebook page, or even add me personally on Facebook and Twitter if you want to see loads of photos and updates from life afloat. And of course now, as well as checking out my boaty books for the Kindle, please do consider also checking out my first ever audiobook. It's available from iTunes or Audible, just search for The Narrowboat Lad on both of those and it'll hopefully come up. And anybody who hasn't got an Audible account already could well be able to get it for free with a free trial of Audible. So please do check the links in the description to everything I've just mentioned. And until the next time, keep it boat worthy, keep it kayak worthy, have a fantastic day and farewell.